Hey Sverige, it is I, Rob David, back again on the RobPOP channel, and we're in for another exciting ride today. It is my favourite time of year. We have officially entered Eurovision season. And if you don't know, then you will get to know over the next few months that I am just such a huge Eurovision fan. Nothing makes me happier than Eurovision. So it's time for this channel to get a bit more Eurovision-ified. Illiterate! Now, every single year in the run-up to Eurovision, I listen to a few of the national finals, but I try not to listen to most of the Eurovision entries because I like to listen to them all in bulk once they're all released. But if there's one national final that I cannot miss, it's Sweden's own Melodifestivalen. Now this year, for the first time, I have done the impossible in my brain, and I have avoided watching it because I wanted to listen to all of the finalists right here, react to them, because hey, I'm a YouTuber now, so that's what I do. I cannot wait. I mean, my favourites never win. My Melodifestivalen favourites never win. Whether we're talking Ace Wilder or Victoria or Dotter, Sweden does it best, it's a fact. So today I'm going to be reacting to the finalists, the 12 finalists for this year's Melodifestivalen 2022, which airs this Saturday. Who will Sweden send to Eurovision? It's time for me to find out. Vi har ett resultat.
Sverige, vi har ett resultat.
Okay, first up is song number 1. Klara Hammarström with Run to the Hills. Now, Klara has been in the last 2 years, which I feel like is quite rare. I feel like it's an unwritten rule that you're not meant to do 3 years in a row. But they've clearly pushed Klara this year. I know she was like the very last song to perform, which is usually a thing. I liked her song last year, but was obviously that iconic, oh, yeah! That bit lives in my brain rent-free, but this year she's back with a third entry, Run to the Hills. This is the big one. This is the one that they're like, right, if you're gonna go to Eurovision, it's gonna be this year. So I'm excited to see what she's brought. She's got another ridiculous outfit, hasn't she? Yes. The costume set of a costume team either hate or love Klara. I can't decide which one. This is gonna bang. This is gonna bang. Definitely prefer this to last year. I'm not sure if her voice is strong enough for this song. I really like the song. I'm not sure she's the right voice for it. Sweden's very own superhero. I wish she had dancers. I feel like she looks bare on her own for this song. I feel like she needs like an army of gladiators with her. This is very current. It would make a very different Swedish entry. Oh, she's got dancers. Where did she come from? Where did she come from? It's in my head. I could already sing the chorus, that's a good sign. You only get one go at Eurovision and it's catchy. I'm into this. It's grown on me to go along for sure. Go girl! You better do it. Wow, that was different. I'm kind of surprised that she's gone that way. Obviously, she didn't qualify with an up-tempo the first year, but she made it to the final last year with a ballad, so I kind of thought she'd do another ballad. That's a really good song. I think that would make such an exciting entry. Don't feel like we get a lot of that kind of dance sent to Eurovision. The dance is usually quite watered down to be sort of Eurovision palatable, but I think if last year showed anything at Eurovision, it's going all the way with something really pays off. Måneskin and Go Away really showed that you don't have to play things safe. And I don't think this would be a safe entry, but it would really stand out. And Sweden does dance really well, so it would show a different side of Sweden. I'm in support of this being sent. But I think hopefully the more she performs it, the more confidence she can get, because some of those notes were shaky, gal. Shaky. Out of 10, what am I going to give that? I'm going to give that a starting 8. I'm surprised that's going on first though. If that doesn't give me confidence they're going to send it. Okay, up second in the deaf slot is THEOZ with Som du vill. I don't know much about THEOZ. I know I'm aware he's 16, I believe, which is very young. I do like that we're getting more Swedish language entries through to the final at the moment. The staging's very fun. We love a light show. Shout out to Benjamin and Grosso. This is fun, I like this a lot. He's not winding me up. Some young kids annoy me. I feel like he's a very charismatic performer. He looks very Swedish, doesn't he? This is my idea of what a Swedish 16-year-old looks like. He's a confident performer as well. He doesn't seem like he's figuring himself out. There was someone last year it was like Ephraim Leo, seemed like he was shooting it the whole time. He's great with the camera. He's impressing me. It's doing a good job of doing that whole kind of music video with the lighting thing, but then still feeling live. Oh, fine. I wasn't expecting to like this as much as I am. I'm really impressed with that. That is like not a song that I was expecting when I saw the lineup, not one that I was expecting to be raving over, but that's made an instant impression on me. He's a great performer, very confident, doesn't seem like some kind of inexperienced 16-year-old. We're going to be seeing him back for sure. If they're not pushing him next year or the year after, Heat 4 really giving him a full push, I'd be surprised. He's good. He's very good, and that's a very good song as well. It's not going to win. I don't think it's going to win. I don't see them go for a Swedish language song for a while. They like to play it safe when it comes to picking their entries. Do I like that more than Klara? I think I will wind up liking Klara more, but if I'm just giving ratings based off first impressions, I think I prefer that to Run to the Hills, yes. I'm giving it an 8.5. Okay, we're moving on to song number 3 now, and we have, yet again, Bergendahl. Oh my fucking god, that scared the shit out of me. I thought the window was about to cave in. Jesus Christ. So this is her 3rd entry in, 4 years? I loved Ashes to Ashes. I loved Kingdom Come. I would have happily had that win. So here she is with Higher Power. I'm really loving this country pop route she's going down at the moment, so could this be the year for Bergendahl? Come on with the hat. What is this hat? She better take that off. I am not a fan of this hat. The staging's cool though. Please get rid of the hat. The staging's giving me kind of Hear Them Calling vibes. Yes! It's gone. That didn't pop the way I wanted it to, but we're gonna give it time. This feels like it's building to something. It doesn't build to what I want it to build to. I never get the full climax. But it's good. She sings the shit out of it as well. She's a very strong vocalist, I'll give her that. It's very professional. It's good. It's not great for me. She's selling the life out of this performance. I'm not enough of a fan of the song she's selling. For me, that's the weakest of her most recent 3 entries. So if she didn't get it with Ashes to Ashes and Kingdom Come, I don't see her advancing with Higher Power to Eurovision. It's another very credible entry. She's really sort of rejuvenated her career, and it's good. I just never feel like it hits its full stride. It kind of stops at 70% and never gives me 100, whilst Kingdom Come really exploded. If I heard this on an album and this was like track 5, I would really like it, but as a standalone for Eurovision, I just don't think it's strong enough. I'm gonna give it a 7 though, because it's still very good. It's just I probably had high expectations, because Kingdom Come is probably one of my favourite Melodifestivalen entries of the last 5 years, but it's still a 7. You go, Miss Anna. Okay, now it's time for track 4, and it's time for another Melodifestivalen and Eurovision returnee, a much more recent one in this case. We're talking Lundvik. I don't know how to say this. Änglavakt? The question is, what is John without his mamas? Great with him to come back with a Swedish language track though. I get the impression this is going to be a bit more bigger than us than Too Late for Love. Is he barefoot? Emily DeForest's Impact.
Girl, please put your shoes on. Let's go find you a home, honey. Ooh.
It's not making much of an impression on me, I have to say. You cannot fault his vocals. I will give him that. He is an amazing vocalist, and a very genuine emotion comes from him. I've given it a chance to build. It hasn't. The stage wants this to be more of a thing than it is. Oh, that's it. He's a very real person. It's hard not to like John in some way, shape or form. You really feel like he's feeling what he's performing, and I mean, he seemed very emotional at the end of that performance. So I have no doubt this song means a lot to him, but it doesn't mean a lot to me. Quite bluntly, it doesn't it really doesn't do much for me. If I'm going to be honest, this song wouldn't be in the final if Jon Lundvik wasn't behind it. But clearly that didn't work for Loreen with Statements back in the day, for whatever reason. This is just not for me. It will be for plenty, and I don't mean to completely slag him off because, as I said, he's very talented. And there'll be many people that this reaches out to. I imagine this will do very well with an older demographic. But I do not want to see this at Eurovision, and I think this is the worst of his 3 entries so far. Bit of a snooze. I'm hitting snooze. Okay, next up, song number 5. We have Sekelius with My Way. Now I know she is the first trans contestant, I believe, to get to the final of Melodifestivalen, and God knows we support that. So I'm really rooting for this to be great. Fingers crossed. Don't think I like the idea of a trench coat dress, but hey. That's got to be a reveal. That's terrible. An opinion. Like this staging, I just want her to get that dress off because it's definitely coming off. It's kind of cliche, but the violin kind of up-tempo stringness of it is stopping it from being like a soppy ballad. I like Tona, she has a great stage presence. Yay! Thank God for that. That was not the smoothest reveal, but thank God that dress is gone. Love this. This is giving me all the best parts of like Swedish dance and Smith and Fell. I love the production of this track. It's selling the whole message so well. Oh, I'm really enjoying this. This is a very charming entry. It could have been a drab ballad with those kind of lyrics, really trying to be empowering in that sense, but it felt more anthemic in its empowerment. It was very sort of, let's do it, let's go and do this with a smile on my face. And Tona carried it very, very well. I was so glad when that dress went. I wish it went quicker because it was so obvious there was a reveal underneath it, but hey, whatever. I'm not sure who the biggest villain of the Melodifestivalen final is so far for me. Is it Anna's hat? Is it Tona's dress? Probably John's song. But I think this is a great introduction to who Sekelius could be as an artist. And great performer, great song. I'm going to give it another 8.5. Probably my favourite yet. Okay, on to song number 6 now. And I believe we're moving on to one of the favourites. Anders Bagge Chips. And this is Bigger Than the Universe. Can't wait to see how this turns out. He looks mildly terrified to me. But he can sing. Please don't send Miss Sweden. But it's not bad. I actually think there's a decent song in there. This is what someone creates when they create the idea of what a Eurovision song is. And in my eyes, a Eurovision song isn't anything. It can be anything, but this is like, it's being brought out on a Eurovision generator. It's got a good melody and a good pace to it though. I understand why it's popular. Who consulted Attenborough for this backdrop though? Planet Earth wants its show back. It's quite Disney, isn't it? Oh, bless him. He's a charming man, he's a nice man. I think I would like that more if I wasn't worried that Sweden were going to send it, because in my opinion, it's the exact sort of song that Sweden shouldn't be sending in 2022. They've become quite synonymous with sending very safe songs to me, and this is the definition of cliche Eurovision by numbers, safe. They are good songs, but this is a good song. Again, I am by no means saying this is bad. I enjoyed it. I actually did enjoy it. I just don't want Sweden to send it to Eurovision, and they could, because it is very feel-good. I do understand why people would get behind this. I'm gonna give this a 6.5. I don't feel like it's deserving to be on the same level as Anna, but it's got its own charm. Okay, we're moving on to song 7 now, and it's our third Melodifestivalen winner. This is Robin Bengtsson, who's back for the 4th time now. Another one who I would say is getting worse with each given entry, but Innocent Love may buck that trend. So I'm going in with fresh ears, fresh eyes. He's always enjoyable to look at, so No, welcome to the stage. Nice to see you. So this is our blinding lights of the year. I like this. He's going to get a lot of help from backing vocalist, but that's fine. It's definitely riding very hard on that 80s wave, very The Weeknd. I'm enjoying this for Robin though, he suits his sound. I'm not sure I'm going to remember this one the way I was already singing Klara and Feels' song as it went along, but I'm enjoying it while it's on. What is he doing? Probably didn't need that key change, but hey, we can never be mad at a key change. Key changes are for life. I liked that. That was good for Robin. I preferred that to whatever. High above the trees. I actually can't remember what that song was called. Genuinely can't remember. It's good. It's not going to win for him again. I will always maintain the only reason he did win that year was because of his treadmills. Justice for Victoria. But I did enjoy that. I don't think he is the most charismatic performer. I don't think he always has been. But I think he sold that song well enough. It's very current, very on trend for sure. But when 12 songs have been, do I think this is going to stick out in most people's memories? No. So is it going to stand out amongst 26 songs when it gets to Eurovision? Also probably not. I didn't like it as much as Anna, but it's better than Anders. It's another 7 out of 10, I would say. Okay, song number 8, we have a returnee. We've got Faith Kakembo with Freedom. Let's do this. I like her look. Okay. This doesn't feel very current to me. I don't find her the most engaging performer, to be quite honest, but that's just my personal opinion. I could do this like really going somewhere major. Oh! John lost his manners, but Faith has stolen Tussi's choir from last year. At least this has excited me. It going here now has given the song a bit of life just when I needed some life. I do like when it gets fuller in the background like it does now and it feels powerful. Oh, it's done. Okay, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I wasn't overly excited. There were moments when it got going when I was like, oh yes. I think it needed more of that power. I think it felt too empty for too long. And I'm not captivated by Faith. There's some way in which she's not quite grabbing me. I think she's a great singer. I don't think she's a great performer. I don't really have a lot to say on this one. I don't see it contending to win. Good for her, good voice, decent song, giving this a 6. Okay, we're getting to the final stretch now. So we're on to song number 9. This is LIAMOO, another former finalist. Both of his entries previously didn't do like a huge deal for me. But this is Bluffin. Once again, nice to look at though, so. Ooh. I'm interested to see where this goes. Ooh. This feels quite The Weeknd in a different way to Robin. It's like the other side of The Weeknd. Never mind, this is giving me like part B to Eric Sarder's Every Minute last year. I wish that went on for longer, I really liked that part. This has got a good energy. It's definitely going to stand out after Faith as well. I don't feel like the staging's enough, I feel like he could have done with a bit more than this somehow. I really do like this though, it feels very current. Come on, open your eyes, there we go. Good boy. He's selling it well as well. I just think there should be more staging. He's been left quite bare up there. That's my favourite LIAMOO entry to date. As I just said throughout that, I wish it had a bit better staging. I feel like he was just left up there to dance around, giving me Benjamin Ingrosso when he got through that very first time. Very good entry. Really like the dance touches of that. I wasn't expecting it to go that way, but Every Minute was my favourite entry last year by Eric Sarder, and it definitely feels like it's in that vein. It could belong on the same album. I can see this maybe in the top 5. I don't see it winning, but it's another very strong entry for LIAMOO to sort of show a different side of him, which he did very well. I'm gonna give it like a 7.5. But I enjoyed it. Okay, moving on to song number 10 now, and I'm very excited to hear this. Now, I don't know what anything sounds like, I don't even have a clue. But I do know that this is the favourite. And Sweden haven't sent a woman in years, so I'm interested to see what is supposedly going to book the trend, because I'm in support of a female Sweden entry. Ooh. Is the shaky camera intentional? It's really putting me off. Stay still. I feel like it's going for that kind of voila effect. The camera work credits. Ooh, okay, this is interesting. It's got me captured. If you follow like Swedish blog pop, this kind of song is very reminiscent of that sound, but it's not something you hear often in Melodifestivalen for some reason. I'm liking this a lot. I love the voice, it's got a gorgeous rasp to it. A very classy entry. Where's this going? I'm really enjoying this. I can't think what I can compare it to, but it feels very genuine to Sweden. Oh, this is sublime. I want to have headphones in to really let this production melt into me. Ooh. Well, that was interesting. I don't know what I expected it to sound like. I think it could come from a movie. It's got a very epic quality to it like that. But there is a certain brand of like Swedish pop that you hear that this is very reminiscent of. But as I've said before, I don't feel like it's often what you hear at Melodifestivalen. They tend to go for their all-out pop songs for that. But this is very, very classy, very brooding, but very beautiful without being an out-and-out ballad. The production sounded gorgeous on that. She's great. I was not expecting her to be that good as well. She's so genuine and earnest. And the rasp in her vocal, the song wouldn't be the same without it. I'm going to put it for now at an 8 out of 10 with room for it to grow. I can see myself voting for that. For sure. Okay, 2 more to go, and we're on to song 11, and this is a song I'm very excited to hear. This is by Cazzi Opeia. It's called I Can't Get Enough. I've known of Cazzi Opeia for, I would say, at least like 5 or 6 years now. Her song Batman and Robin was one of my most played songs of, I believe it was 2017. So I was very excited when I saw her name crop up in the list of entries at the beginning of the year, and I'm even more excited to see not only she made the final, she's been propped up near the end, so there must be something going for this song. So let's find out what I Just Can't Get Enough is all about. She looks like if Margaret got a makeover by the Dolly Style girls. It's like a candy explosion. Ooh! This is fun, what a colour explosion. This feels like a big commercial hit. I thought this song would be, from her, a lot more bonkers. Sweden are doing well with their bangers this year. The bangers are banging. This is really fun. It's got an almost K-pop quality to it, I think. The lighting really said gay rights.
Gay rights!
I really like this. I really like this! Oh, we've got some strings. She is a dream. What a dreamy, dreamy woman. What a cute entry. I found myself really I forgot I was watching. I feel like I've been watching the previous 10 songs with a mind of, oh, how would this work at Eurovision? How would this do this? This just felt like a song that I would listen to in my headphones on my way to work any day. This just doesn't feel like it's aiming to sound like a Eurovision song to me. It's, oh, I really enjoyed it. You almost swayed to it. You sort of bopped your head to it. No, I really like that. I think that's my favourite yet. I'm giving that a 9. That's my favourite. But my takeaway from this listen is that Cazzi Opeia definitely could come back in a future year. She's got a real star quality about her, a lot of fun. I think you could go wild with her and she would just embrace it. Really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that. Okay, well, we're moving on to the last song now. Song 12 of 12. Sweden always end it with a good party song, so I have no doubt that Medina with DIMMAN. I hope that this is going to be the banger that just finishes off this final with an explosion. I'm ready. Let's see what this has got to offer. I'm getting the banger that I asked for. I wasn't expecting it to break down there like it did. I'm quite shocked, I wasn't expecting this. I can definitely see why this made it to the final. This really stands out, and it will stand out, especially as the last song of the night. Summer banger. This bit takes on a whole nother level because I thought I knew where it was going from the verses. But this is like tribal. This gets my adrenaline like, where are we going? Take me to the carnival. I want to get up on my feet. I wouldn't be in frame, but I would if I could. I love this. I loved that. That made me wish I was Swedish because I imagine that's going to be all over the radios all summer in Sweden. I'm going to be honest, they saved the best for last for me there. I didn't see it going that way. I can't think of another song in Melodifestivalen that it sounds like. It sounds like the sort of thing that maybe Samir and Victor could have done, but it was done with people who can sing. Oh. And people who feel really genuine to this sound. I felt like they knew exactly what they were doing. They knew exactly how to command that stage. And I love when a song feels genuine like that. And I could tell that they enjoyed performing it. The staging was fun. The way it broke down was fun. I felt like I was being enrolled into some sort of cult. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll be a member of your cult. I think it's in line with Cazzi. I'll give it another 9 out of 10, but I'm going to be honest, this is my favourite. I don't see it winning, but I hope that the Swedish public get behind this and give this a good result. So there's your 12. You're in for a good show on Saturday night. We're in for a good show. Melodifestivalen so rarely lets us down, even if it does in the heats. The 12 songs that you end up with at the final, when they're all put together, you're like, oh, okay, Sweden still really do it so well. I really like 9 of these songs, 9 or 10. Faith and John, they can go as far as I'm concerned. Honestly, I don't think any of my favourite 3 are going to win. My favourite would be Medina. My second favourite would be Cazzi Opeia with I Just Can't Get Enough. My third favourite would probably be Tony Sekelius with My Way. But I really enjoyed Cornelia Jakobs' song. I really enjoyed Klara Hammarström's song. I can see myself being obsessed with Klara's song in the studio version. Of the favourites, I think I'm Team Cornelia, but I'd be very happy to see Klara take it. Eurovision has begun! If you're interested in seeing more Eurovision content from me, once all of the entries are out, I will be listening to all the entries for the first time with you, a live reaction. So that ball will be rolling soon, but I hope you enjoyed this video. I loved hearing this, and I hope for Sweden to send a really good entry. If you've had a lot of fun watching with me, please give this video a like and press subscribe if you like what you see, and hit that bell if you want notifications on more Eurovision content, or if you just want to see what else I do. I do reaction videos, I give you new music updates, and let me know down below, who are your favourites? I love to discuss with you anything to do with music, so I want to see who you think is going to win. Who is going to win? Give me your predictions. But that's it for this video. Let's see who wins on Saturday, but for now I bid ye farewell. Tusen tack, Sverige.